What's good, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Smokin and Grillin, and we getting ready for New Year's, and we doing it with me, AB. Now check this out. You guys read the title. You know what I'm making. I'm getting ready to make some, black eyed peas. Listen, this is gonna be, hey, you gotta watch this one. So all I can tell you is, so that I don't over talk it, I'm gonna give it to you in order. You're gonna watch this video, like this video, grab your car keys, run out to the grocery store and get your ingredients, and let's get ready. So let me just go ahead and break into these ingredients just to show you just how easy it is to make these Southern style, black eyed peas. All right, now look, let's just start off by going over, these ingredients, right? I'm gonna show you guys, look, these are the black eyed peas. Listen, finally, for once, I finally prepared. I went ahead and washed these, soaked them last night. Actually, they soaked for about 16 hours. You know what I mean? But I started yesterday. There's another method. Listen, you can do what you call a hot soak. That's when you boil a pot of water, right? Once you get the water boiling, then you cut it off, remove it from the heat, add your beans to it, and let it soak for 1 hour. So if you're not prepared by soaking them the day before, you can always hot soak them. Okay, with that being said, now we got an onion right here. This was just a medium-sized onion. You know what I mean? Listen, what we're doing is we're creating a flavor profile. But you want to be able to taste the black eyed peas, right? So we got black eyed peas. We're not going to overpower it. So we just use like a medium-sized onion, and then look at the chops on them. You know what I mean? This is not made to like be diced or nothing like that. We just want to extract the flavors out and have just a little bit of onion texture inside. Now, I'm using Creole kick. Listen, this is the Creole seasoning that I'm using right here. I'm gonna just say this. If you guys are gonna use something else like other than Creole kick, because everybody might not have this, which I'll leave a link down at the bottom. I'm gonna tell you guys, get this, because listen, I cook with it quite often, and I promise you, the flavor from this is really, really good. And the most important thing to me is, along with the taste, which would be equally as important, is you don't want it to have all that sodium. And this right here does not have all of the salt. So that's key. Then we got 2 garlic cloves. I'm just gonna smash these, and then I'm gonna peel them. We're gonna move from there. And then right here, I got a teaspoon of black pepper, right? Now, chicken stock. If you guys watched my last video, you know that I did it a little differently. You know what? I'm gonna just tell you again, we trying to taste the black eyed peas, right? So what I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna go 4 cups of this, of the chicken broth, and I'm using 33% less sodium. And then I'm gonna do the equal parts in water. So that's 4 cups of chicken broth and then 4 cups of water. Reason being, listen, I got a ham bone. This is the bone that came from Christmas. And listen, knowing that I was gonna be making black eyed peas, look how much meat I left on here. So this right here, you guys will see once I take it out. But this is the bone. Listen, we're gonna get enough sodium and all of that from the bone and the rest of that ham on there. And then of course, I'm gonna do it right here in my Dutch oven. I was gonna do it in the crock pot, but you know what? If you do it in the Dutch oven, you can cut your time down. I'm gonna say it'll be done in about 2.5, maybe 3 hours. It depends how low we get it. We just gonna let it simmer. So with that being said, oh, got one more trick for you. This right here, I'm just gonna show it to you. This is a 4 cup Pyrex, glass measuring cup, right? And then I got this little ladle right here. I'm gonna use this. Listen, we're gonna smash some beans. When I get to that, I'm gonna show you, just what that's about, but I just wanna show you this right now, and we'll move from there. Now, let's just go ahead and put it all together. Okay, first things first, we're getting ready to get this going, right? So, seeing how we got dry ingredients, right? Then we got onions, and then we got garlic, right? First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add our liquids to it. So I'm gonna start off by using this chicken broth. Look, this is 4 cups. Now I'm gonna go ahead. Remember I told you guys this is a 4 cup, Pyrex measuring cup, right? So I'm gonna get 4 cups of water. All right, now you wanna put your water in. Now I'm getting ready to go with my Creole kick, which is right here. And again, you guys can use any type of Creole seasoning you like. Just remember, if you're gonna use something else other than this Creole kick, you wanna make sure that you taste it. Maybe you wanna reduce this by half, because I'm telling you, some of those are like super salty. I don't wanna say no names, you know what I mean? I don't wanna badmouth no products, but they just a little bit heavier on the salt side, on the sodium side. All right, just added that. Now for my black pepper, my onions, and now for the garlic. I'm gonna just show you guys what I do with the garlic. Look, get yourself a blade, right? Once you get your knife, lay it on the top like this, smash it. It peels easier. You just wanna break it open you know, peel it. It's supposed to be easier. There you go. Look, here it is. It's already broken, look. You can see where it's broken open. And then just drop it inside. And then what you want to do is you want to repeat. We're gonna peel it. Drop this one inside. Now, we got everything inside, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give it a stir. That's all. You just wanna make sure it's all mixed up. Then we're gonna move over to the next step. And the next step will be, we're gonna go ahead and put this ham inside, this ham bone. When you put that in there, look, it's gonna rise. So that's why I went ahead and did the liquid and then added the ingredients, you know, to it so that I'm able to stir. Because once you add this bone to it, you know what I mean, just the size of the bone, it's gonna be a little hard to like stir. So once you got this all mixed up, you know what, we just gonna go ahead and get this ham bone ready. Now, let's go ahead and take this ham bone out. Now, as you can see, I had pre-thawed, right? So look, I left a lot of meat on here. I think I'm gonna trim some of this off and just drop it inside of there. You know what I mean? So we can get down to the core of the bone just a little bit. But some of this meat can come off. It'll help it when it comes time to shred it. So let me get my knife. You don't have to do a perfect job. You know, maybe you even prepared this a little bit better than I did. And I ain't gonna, it's not really like preparing it better. It's just me getting some of this meat off of here. You know what I mean? Some of this flimsy meat. Because listen, this is what's gonna give it some flavor. And you want it to have a little bite, you know, a little ham bite to it. So as you can see, look, I'll just do it like this. You know what I mean? So we just gonna put that in the pot also. And there's that bone right there. Look at that. Boy, you're talking about flavor. You're gonna get some flavor from the inside of that bone. Hey, this is it right here, y'all. Now, let me show you. All right. So now, look, we're gonna add this to it. There you go. You can see that. And then listen, I got a little bit of ham that's left on this cutting board. You know what I mean? Everything goes in. And don't forget, it's the first coming. So this is traditional. You know what I mean? Hey, look, we looking for that good luck. You know what I mean? So we gonna eat these, right? So now I'm getting ready to introduce these. Look, they've already been, I think I said that already, but they already been rinsed. They were soaked overnight. They already been rinsed and then dried. Now I'm just putting them in. I like to use these wooden spoons. You know what I mean? Less scratch. And then now you can see what 8, look, check this out. 8 cups, just right, huh? This gonna cook down, so don't worry about that. Now, what I'm getting ready to do is, we're getting ready to put it on the stove. We're gonna put it on the stove, we're gonna get it to a boil. After we get it to a boil, then we're gonna reduce the heat. We're gonna get it to like, I'm gonna say simmer. Then we're gonna put it on that timer. Either 2 to 3 hours is what we're gonna need. I don't have no set time for it, you know what I mean? But I know it's between 2 and 3 hours. We're gonna check it. Now, let's get it on the stove. Now, one of the things I forgot to say was, you know what, put your lid on top of your, you know, whatever type of pot you're using, that'll hurry up and help it, you know, boil. Now, you know, we're gonna see how that looks. We're gonna stir it, you know, just to make sure nothing is sticking on the bottom, which is not. Oh yeah, this right here, I can just tell you, once you open this up, from it boiling, you know what, and these ingredients inside of this, ooh-wee, this is gonna do it, folks. Now, I'm gonna let it settle because I want to just see. I want to make sure we got a simmer. Now, that took about 16 minutes on high using this Dutch oven right here, you know, with the lid on. So I'm looking at it. I got it down on low. I'm gonna put the top back on. And then I'm getting ready to set a timer. Alexa, set a timer for 2 hours.
Second timer, 2 hours, starting now.
Hey. So you guys got it. We're gonna come back, look at it in 2 hours. We're gonna check the, you know, the tenderness, and then we're gonna move on. Okay, now look. This I'm gonna remove this top. This is what it looks like, you know, right after 2 hours. Hey, this is coming along real nice. Now what I want to do is I want to check the tenderness, right? So let me get a spoon. And what I'll do is I'll just take one of these beans. We'll just take one bean. And then what I'm getting ready to do is, look, we're just gonna mash it. All right. It's right at the cusp of being ready. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. Now we're gonna continue cooking this, I'm gonna give it another 30 minutes, but I'm gonna do it without the lid. Look, some of this, the liquid, this is liquid gold too right here. This is gonna evaporate off, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna thicken it. Okay, now remember, you remember this in the beginning, and this, what I'm gonna do is, check this out. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna scoop some of these beans out. You wanna leave the juice inside. You know what, and then listen, you're gonna have some of your ham. You know, if you can keep it inside of your pot, that's fine too. I'm gonna go ahead and just get myself, oh man, this smells incredible. Wait a minute, let them drain. Yeah, maybe just a little bit more. Now this part is up to you. This is what I'm gonna use to thicken it with, right? With my little scoop, or we call it a ladle. I'm getting ready to, look, just so you guys can see. What I'm gonna do is, I'm just gonna mash it. You just wanna mash it, you wanna mash all the beans. It's real easy to look at, you know, and to see down in your, you know, inside of whatever you mashing them up, you just wanna make sure all the beans have been smashed, right? So once they've been smashed and mashed together, it becomes thick like dough. Then you just wanna return it to your pot, and then as it, you know, gets to the liquid, it's gonna start to dissolve. You know what, it's really self-explanatory here, and that's your thickening agent. Look, now you want to put it back on the stove. We're not going to cover it, so it'll be uncovered, and we're going to cook it for another 30 minutes. Just 30 minutes. And then as it cools, it'll thicken up also. So listen, look at that right there. Now it's starting to look like what you guys have grown up with probably. You know, so you can see on the bone, just with that time, a lot of that meat has fallen off, and the bone is like super exposed. Hey, that's what you want. Nice, tender, you know what I mean, and flavorful. Now, you guys get a chance to look at it right there. And remember, as it cools, it's gonna thicken up even more. You serve this over some rice with some cornbread muffins and maybe some collard greens on the side, and I'll tell you right there, you got a winner on your hands. So don't forget, I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section below. Tell me what your go-to is when it comes to this. And if you try this, you gotta come back and let me know what you think. Now, after I put it in this bowl right here, you see that green? You gotta keep some parsley on you know, at the ready, folks. You know what I mean? It's nothing like having that fresh green. It brings a presentation full, you know what I mean? And hey, that's it. Happy New Year's, and those are Southern black-eyed peas. So tell me what you guys think about this one. You know what? Super easy. You know what? It's a New Year's Eve, you know, tradition. You gotta have them black-eyed peas, you know, some collard greens, you know, hey, you gotta have them cornbread muffins. You know what? I'm not gonna over talk it. I don't do this all the time, but check this out. I'm finna go ahead and get down. Here it is right here. We finna just go ahead and taste it. Cause listen, my mouth been watering. That's up to you. You see how I did it? I put the rice right on top. I just hit the rice and then go ahead and get myself some of this, some of these beans. But hey, this is the way I do it. You can put the rice inside, pour it on top, however you wanna do it. But I promise you, this right here is gonna be a filling meal. So, Now I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna hit it again, because you know what? I wanna make sure I get a little bit of that meat. Any excuse I got to go ahead and try it again. Now that right there is that fire. I can see it now in the comments. People gonna be saying they're gonna need a little hot sauce on it. You know what? Do you make it like how you wanna make it? But that's it, you guys. Hey, hands down, you gotta try it. Let me know down in the comment section below, you know, if you're gonna try it, if you've already tried it, you know, is this a tradition that you guys do? You know what, I'm gonna just say, hey, good luck to everybody. Happy New Year's. And so listen, if you're new to my channel, let me just go ahead and say, hey, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and tell everybody out there there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And y'all know how I'm about to get out of here. Peace.